Oh,
Hey friends, welcome to this week's episode of The Forgotten City. We are going to pick up right where we left off. Essentially, we had just saved Ilya's life, and she told us, hey, my friend Ulpius and I had a suicide pact, so let's go see if we can save him as well. Trigger warning to anybody that needs to be aware and needs to be hesitant around suicide. As always, suicide is not the answer, and if you're feeling anything like it is, go reach out. There's plenty of helplines. Please, 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 please reach out. You're very important to the people who love you. We, however, are going to jump into the Forgotten City, the video game, and see if we can save this guy's life. So let's go. Okay, so we have just saved Yulia. Ooh, it's got a little bit of stuff. Okay, there we go. It loaded. Let's go.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Yeah, hopefully he will. Okay, so that's the bluff up there. He watches through their eyes. Okay. Great. He who? I have a guess, but I'm not going to tell you. So I'm sprinting there, not because this isn't a beautiful landscape, but just because, you know, we're trying to prevent somebody from killing themselves, so I'm going to use haste. Alright, off we go. There's a guy rolling a rock up a hill. That sounds familiar. And there he is. Let's see if we can talk to him. Quick.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule.
I don't have time to talk to you!
Thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Actually, I really need to talk to
Well,
Ulpius.
it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
No, 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 no! No, 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 no!
No. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there.
Come here, bud!
If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
I'll lasso you.
That's
Get over
the
here.
idea.
No!
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I will help you!
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius.
Let me help!
Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Yeah, hello, where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Okay, my mouse disappeared. I will talk to him.
And please, choose your words carefully.
Yeah, you think? Ulpius, can we talk?
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
No, I am not. I was gonna ask you what's wrong.
I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I am out.
No, you
Wherever
won't!
you are, Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no! I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
His suicide didn't break the golden rule. What does that mean? You guys may remember, the moment the golden rule is broken, like, all the statues come to life and shoot you, right? So we stole something, and that broke the golden rule. But him killing himself didn't.
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine.
So basically, one of the big questions here is, did I just fail Ulpius because I couldn't talk him off the ledge? Was that
was
my
not
fault?
your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted, moments after you arrived.
What happens now?
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
So you can't save him the first time that you get here, no matter what. Like, we already know that portal time travels you and things like that. And so you guys may have saw when he jumped hey, ask Scintilla how she would feel about this. So we figured out Ulpius is the person that Scintilla is in love with, and he clearly loves her as well. He also has no idea where she is, or he might have brought it up when he was killing himself. And also, she just gave away that she's a Christian. Alright, so these statues just told me to leap. So let's do it! Ah! And that's Ulpius. He would not already be reduced to skeleton, but... Also, somebody just killed himself in his pool, and he doesn't even notice. This guy sucks.
And now...
So, let's meet this stranger.
Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above? That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
You mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants? Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie?
What makes you sure it's not real? Because we know it's real. You and me, we know. We've seen it happen. So what makes him so sure that it's not?
Nonsense.
Oh, whoops.
There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already.
Shoot. What would it take to prove to you that it's real? Books, notes, like what does he need as proof?
Surely you're not one of those people who believes everything you read. As if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down.
Let me try telling him. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to try this first. Even if I can't prove it, if I'm right, then accepting it will avert disaster. If I'm wrong, then accepting it will make the city a better place. Isn't that a good thing?
I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish.
I'm reliving the same day over and over again. The Golden Rule is broken each time.
What? Oh, I see what's happening here. Another poor, vulnerable soul taken in by Sentius's machinations. He won't get away with this much longer.
Yeah, said by the guy that takes in vulnerable souls and makes them his bondage slaves for 30 years. I can see nothing I say is going to convince you.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken.
Alright, what's your story?
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today.
You won't get a chance to say it. Oh, you guys don't know that yet. I know that. We'll find that out. One other important thing, please notice Malleolus has one green eye and one blue. What will you do if you win, Malleolus?
I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
And how are you gonna do that?
By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule.
Surrounded by golden
It's a children's
statues that
fable
move.
exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission.
Alright, talk to you
I
later,
trust
bud.
You can see yourself out.
Yes, I
Through
can.
the door this time. There's a key just beside it.
So, I could leave, or I can explore a little bit. So let's do that. Ink jar, some notes, another kitchen. Anything in the kitchen that we haven't looked at yet? We got apples and garlic bulbs. Ooh, produce bowl. Carrots purple. That's right. We have already looked at that. Sorry, guys. The stove, which we know is smoky and nobody cares. The bread. Now, this bread actually mimics the bread that they found in Pompeii. there was a loaf of bread that has been perfectly preserved that was covered in ash the day Pompeii erupted, and it actually has a person's, it was soft when it was baked, and a person picked it up, and you can see the imprint of their thumb in the bread that was left over and found and recovered out of Pompeii. It's very interesting. Aha, some thingamajig, an empty bottle. Ooh, note from Yulia. Let's read that. Yulia to her captors Malleolus and Claudia, curse you to the depths. By the time you read this, I'll already be dead, because death is preferable to another day in bondage or debt bondage to you. May vultures peck out your livers in Tartarus for all eternity. Cool. Suicide note, full of rage. No, I don't. Put it down. There's an empty bottle. This appears to be a bottle for hemlock, a deadly poison. It smells musty, like mouse urine. Yeah. It's a pretty bottle, though. Come in here. Hey, a note from Ulpius, whose body is in your courtyard. Ulpius to his lost love, may God watch over you. Please know that I held on as long as I could, but without you my life is meaningless. I only hope we meet again in Gan Eden. So, Ulpius may have been a Christian as well. And here we have some daybeds and lounges and things, bowls full of pears, and a vase depicting a battle. I lined these lines up one time and they had a couple of initials, and oh yeah, it's these same initials, so it looks like DA. I'm real curious if that's a developer or something like that. Anything back here that I need to be aware of? Vases, busts. Oh yeah, who's this a bust of? Young boy. Great. And a general larder. Very cool. And that's the way out, but
Thank you.
I'm not gonna go,
Thank
because
you.
there's an upstairs and I want to look at it.
Delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your...
There's a sobbing person. Oh, shoot. I should have grabbed the key. No! Run!
This solemn promise to you, good citizens.
Forgot that it was locked.
Now, I make this solemn
Take it. And flee.
Under my leadership, you will finally...
Up we go! Let's go find out who this stranger is.
I'm not supposed to be in here.
Yeah. Can we talk?
Talk? What business could you possibly have with me?
Why are you locked in this room?
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
I hate that answer. Because it definitely is that her husband just locked her in this room. Which, if my husband ever wants to end an argument by locking me in a room, he better hope he have the police on his side, because oh my god, I will rip the walls down. Like, no, that is not a solution. Don't ever end an argument by locking your spouse in a room. Generally. What's your story?
I think a better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa? I have quite enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I'm receiving strange women in private.
Ooh. Sounds exciting. Mm-hmm. Do you know a way out of here?
Preferably the way you came in, by which I mean, please leave.
Fair. What do you think about the golden rule?
I think it's about to be broken if you don't hurry up and leave.
Ah, Claudia's the best. I'll be going now.
This is outrageous.
She is not actually the best. I think she sucks a little bit, but her husband definitely sucks more. Okay, so we know stealing is going to trigger a problem with the golden rule, so we're not going to do that at this stage, because we've already seen that ending, and it's not great. Hey, what are you a bust of? Minerva! Oh yeah! Roman goddess of strategy. And who are you? Are you Ares? Yeah. So this is both the female and male side of war, and Ares is more on the aggression and just like blood, death, sacrifice side, and Minerva is more on, or better known as Athena, is on the strategy, logic, like that side of things. It's kind of interesting that they have two gods of war, and they've recognized that war has, or when you're engaging in a war, you're the one enacting a war. There's kind of those two separate pieces. What is a Larium? A small household shrine where ancient Romans offered daily prayers for protection. Cool! Yeah, it looks like Ares and Minerva are all over this guy's villa. Did we look through all of these already? Yes, we did. Okay, cool beans. That's where Ulpius is. So... And if we... Oh, yeah, if we wander around out in the courtyard where he is, A, there's nothing to find, and B, he just yells at you to go away. So... If you look here, there's another way into this villa, and it's up these vines. It might be climbable if only they could support my weight. And honestly, this game doesn't seem to, like, support exploring all that much, because I found spaces like this one before, and it doesn't get me anywhere. Like... Uh-oh. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die if I keep that up. I actually don't know if just straight up dying is one of the endings. I don't think it's the official ending by any means, but... I did get stuck on a ledge for a while. It wasn't good. Okay, so we found our way into his villa, and chatted with Malleolus and met Claudia. So now, let's see, how do we possibly find... Hey, here we go! To see the objective markers for a given quest, click on the icon beside it. Cool! Okay, so, let's figure out what options we've got. Yeah, a permanent solution, so our most recent quest. Figure out a way to stop Ulpius from killing himself. Yeah! Yeah, that would be great. Let's definitely do that. Straight as an arrow. A bow might come in useful. Obtain a bow. Straight as an arrow is the one that was given to us by the shyster guy that we don't trust very much. A thorn in the paw. Speak with Navia. Figure out a treatment for the rheumatism for the patient who is suffering. Behind closed doors. That's right, Navia has locked herself in the palace. Yep. Figure out how to make Malleolus drop out of the election. I need to dig up dirt on Malleolus, but I don't know how. So, do I have anything in my inventory? Citizen register, note from Scintilla, loaf of bread. I got a couple loaves of bread. Oh! I wonder if I could use the loaf of bread to help somebody. To feed somebody more specifically.
Temple
Of a
majestic.
degenerate mind.
Keeping an eye on things, Horatius?
As always, priestess.
Any news about Scintilla?
That's right, 3 people are missing. Remember? 3 citizens are just not there. And if we look, this lady is very scared.
You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's going to break the golden rule.
How? I don't have a
None of
weapon.
us do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man's bow is the only one in the city. You'll just have to improvise.
How is this my
Are
problem?
you daft or just callous? If you don't stop him, we're all going to die.
Yeah, he'll break the golden rule, so no, it makes sense. Just callous, good luck. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
So the Whisper just told us no. Maybe we shouldn't meet in there?
What? We don't have time for this. I have to go.
Never mind, don't know why I said that. So, this is the empty shrine. That
The
she has...
shrine is collapsing.
So, bad news bears on that one. She's dead. And just...
Fabia, no! Oh God, she's dead! Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed on her.
Yeah,
oh,
it did.
Fabia, why did you have to go in there? Poor sweet girl.
So that was Fabia, and she is now quite dead. There is a warning saying shrine may collapse at any moment that I'm gonna assume she knew about. And just ignored. But yeah, Fabia's dead. Now we still have a guy who's coming in from the baths. Who's gonna try to kill somebody. These are the baths down here at the end of this whole walkway. And here he comes. Bow in hand.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
I don't know a Quinctius.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood?
I swear I wasn't lying.
You're not off to a good start. When I ask you a question, I expect an answer.
Oh,
Is that
boy.
understood?
Got it.
Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
We're a small community of strangers who wound up here by accident.
A small community. Ha! I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult.
Wait, you've got the wrong idea. We're not
You
cultists.
say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret?
We're not keeping it a secret. We're all trapped in here.
So you admit you're not allowed to leave.
It's not that we're not allowed to leave. We physically can't leave. There's no way out.
Threatening me is not going to help you. But in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
It's not a mantra, it's a warning.
A distinction without a difference. You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense.
Yep, that's what's happening.
Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
They were once people who were turned to gold as punishment.
You lot are practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me.
This is all new. I'd never gotten this before. We didn't turn them to gold. A god did it, and we don't know which one.
Of course you'd say that, but that's what your kind do, isn't it? Our god told us to do it. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists. There's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quinctius is. Do not waste it.
I have no idea. What can you tell me about Quinctius?
Very well. Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur. The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burnt half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process.
Which you guys may remember, that was the Christians that set fire to Rome. So he thinks Quinctius is leading a cult of Christians, which is absolutely not necessarily how he's behaving here. So, how do you know he set fire to Rome?
All I know, all I care about, is that the Emperor believes he is guilty and wants him dead. The details are not my concern. This is your last chance. Are you going to tell me where he is or not?
You know, I've never done this before. When I first met the assassin, I hadn't met Malleolus yet in my first playthrough. And I've never actually sent the assassin after Malleolus. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's find out. Actually, I do know where he is.
Suddenly it's all coming back to you, is it?
Yes, he's in the villa right at the end of this road. He goes by Malleolus now.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Are you just gonna run into me? Oh, you are gonna walk around. Interesting. So the problem is, I think he's gonna murder Malleolus, which is gonna break the golden rule. But I've never seen it. I don't know if that's actually what happens. I wonder... if I can warn somebody. I should try talking to him later. Alright, that's not Galerius. Can I get in? I wonder if I can warn Malleolus. Malleolus will be unavailable until Galerius finishes errands. I should try talking to him later. I think I've locked all of us in this path where Malleolus is gonna die. And now nobody can get out. Oh, interesting.
Why are you still here?
'Cause you're the only person I can talk to. Never mind. I'll be going.
Finally! Get out before I have Domitius throw you out.
So the guy out front in the helmet is Domitius. Oh, the assassin's out front talking to Domitius. Yeah, let me out. I want to see it.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Ooh! Ooh, Sentius is running. Hang on. There's Sentius. We might actually be able to see him do the sacrifice. Let's go. Don't shoot me. There he is. Man, he is fast. Ow! And I just got shot. Okay. He's doing it. Can I stop him? Oh! Yeah, he's got no items. Yep, that seems about right. Let's go! Before we get shot again. Okay, so suicide not against the golden rule, but murder is. Interesting. I am very intrigued by this. Hey, Galerius.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
I'm Gecko, and I need you to take care of some things urgently.
Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening.
Yulia's dying, but Lucretia can't help her without this Sylphium. Take some of it and go quickly.
Yulia? Oh no. Alright, I can do that.
That's it. Now go as fast as you
go.
can.
But once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
So I could let Yulia die by not handing that over here. But I'm not gonna. Because I don't actually think that's valuable. So, let's see. I'm just looking through these real fast. I've never actually gone to Sentius and said, hey, I think it's this person who's gonna break the golden rule. Because from my perspective, I need to meet all of them and then like see their stories kind of play out enough to understand like, oh yeah, it's actually gonna be you. So, What's our best option now? Because now we know that, hey, you know what? I need to get a bow.
Ixion turns.
And I now know how. Oops. I keep coming back here on accident. It's very much not on purpose.
No time to explain. I'm supposed to give you the Sylphium resin for Yulia.
What? Quick, give it here. I'm just going to help us.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff.
So I can get a bow here.
Help! You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. A real knock. You have to do.
I'll get right on it.
You. He's still in there somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Do not go in there.
Why?
Just trust me.
All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful.
So I stopped her from going in there, which now means it is open and available for the assassin to go in. So let's trick him into going.
Stop, right?
Yes, I saw him worshipping in a small round shrine just inside the city, second building on your left.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now. But you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
And also what we just figured out, lying doesn't break the golden rule. Murder does, lying does not. Theft does. Suicide does not. It's just interesting. I'm trying to kind of keep track of some of this in my head to see if there's any kind of meaningful pattern. Oh, what does this say? The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Cool. Alright, in you go, buddy boy. Go. 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 Figure out how to neutralize the armed man. Neutralized! I will take that bow. Examine. Steal. Thank you. Bounty notice. By order of Emperor Nero, all loyal sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, a citizen from the Aventine district of Rome. He's about 40 to 50 years old, he has average height, average build, has dark hair, and has one green eye and one blue eye. He is typically clean-shaven. He is a known associate of cultists and suffers from delusions of grandeur. Cool! And I will take those arrows too, thank you. And denarius. Oh, money. I got a money. Heck yes. All right. And now I have a bow. And I can cause all kinds of problems with it. Which brings me to something I think we should go check out.
You there. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying.
No, Decius.
No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban, but I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts.
I know how this ends, but we're going to do it anyway. Go on.
Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues?
The statues come to life and fire golden bows arrows at them?
And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly one or two of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination, golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested?
I think the golden goose is meant to be a cautionary tale.
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be pedantic. Are you interested or not?
The real answer is that sounds grossly unethical. Sounds grossly unethical.
Oh, I'm not suggesting we use such a bow on people. There's no profit in breaking the golden rule.
In that case, go on.
Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan, but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
I'm gonna say not really, because even though I know it, you may not. So, not really.
No problem. Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
A golden bow.
Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what.
But you want me to steal it?
Gods, no. If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away.
Why can't I just take it?
Because the gods would see you, of course. Hence, my proposal.
Why can't you just do it yourself?
I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type.
Clearly.
I have complete
look like a
confidence
hero.
in you.
Isn't that extremely dangerous?
When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger?
Probably, yes. I think he was. But fair point. Alright, that's all my questions.
Are you in, partner?
If you don't like action or horror elements, feel free to decline. I'll do it, but don't ever call me partner.
Wonderful. Now, if you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment. And here we are, a gold leaf bow.
Cool, so we
Now,
got
I've
it.
gone and unlock the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
End of the street, on the left. Shrine of Diana. Oh, this is a terrible idea. Mostly because of the person that we're working with. There's a gigantic ass wasp's nest in here. Awesome sauce. Okay, we've got that brazier. We've got that brazier. Take that quiver. And now, we swapped it all out, and all is good. The gods didn't see it, and that's what matters. So let's head out.
Is that you, partner? Do you have the bow?
Yes, I have it.
Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the door for me and I'll unlock it for you.
You locked me in here?
A little bit slow, aren't you? Yes, I locked you in. And until you give me my bow, you're going to stay in there, like Tantalus in Tartarus.
How is this not against the golden rule? You said you'd split the riches between the two of us.
No, technically, I never said that. I said, if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, infinite wealth is still infinite. It's hardly my fault if you can't tell the difference between a hypothetical and a promise, now is it? Oh, I do love a good loophole.
How can I trust you after you've double-crossed me like
You're
this?
just going to have to take your chances, I'm afraid. The bow, now. And don't even think about giving me the fake one. I'll recognise my own handiwork.
Even if I gave it to you, you'd probably just leave me in here. Forget it.
I would reconsider my position quickly if I were you. I'm not sure if you noticed, but you're stuck in there with a hornet's nest, and they can be rather aggressive toward intruders. You know, some say it takes 27 hornet stings to kill a man, but I always wondered how anyone could have known that. Let's find out how many it takes to kill a woman, shall we?
God, that's just nauseating. So we're gonna see what happens here. Perfection. Oh, I'm getting stung. I'm getting stung. I should run. Escape the temple. Yeah. Off we go. And now I have a bow that will turn things to gold. And in case you're wondering, I don't actually know yet, I believe that is how we are going to escape the golden rule. Because I believe I can shoot someone with it if they're about to commit the golden rule and protect us. And like stop them from breaking it, I think. But I don't know. So anything that I can shoot lights up like that. And I'm supposed to hit both of these algae things so that way I can jump across. Hey. Oh, see. I've got a curved keyboard, so everything's a little bit more challenging. I would like to unsee. I would like to... Let me out! Let me out of the crouch. Alright, well, there's just light peeking through there, but I can't see what. Hey! Navia's journal!
My beloved Galatea, I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me. A rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again and found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola. Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and, disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me. As I walked past her, I heard that strained whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that, even though I had moved, she was still looking back into my soul. That was when it dawned on me. This was no statue. This was a woman trapped within that golden prison. Naturally, I told the others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, they would not believe me. But from that moment on, I knew the full horror of this place. Immobilized within these statues are living human beings. It was that day, my love, that my heart broke.
So, we are actually and accidentally on the road to Navia's story. It's actually, I think, my favorite little side quest that I've found so far, so I'm really excited. So, we've fallen through, we have the golden bow, we are figuring out, oh yeah, you can turn stuff to gold, and then once it's gold, it'll do things like I can climb up these vines all of a sudden when I wasn't able to before because they wouldn't hold my weight. And there's all kinds of arrows and things like that hidden in here. And we are going to start Navia's story and try to figure out some of what she's got going on. She's discovered there are people inside of these, inside the golden statues. But we will pick that up in the next episode of The Forgotten City. Thank you guys for being here. As always, there are links below. Twitter, Twitches, please leave comments. I really want to know what you guys find interesting, and I want to know if you want me to continue this this particular story. I really love The Forgotten City as a game, but I understand if you guys are like, this is really dull, pick something else. Just let me know, because I can always play this on my own time. I'm happy to do that, but if you want to come along the journey with me, please let me know that as well. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, friends!